Hey everyone, Nat Daddy here. Gonna do reviews of some new books that came out for January 15th, 2025. I read a lot of books this week, and these are some ones that I thought I might share with you guys. I got quite a few books here that I did care, and I actually got two books that I read here that I thought I might like, and it turns out I'm not liking, so let's jump into it. First off, I read this Archie. This is the digest size. I am an Archie fan, so I like reading these, but I don't often review them. But I thought I'd review this one because they introduce a new character in here. It's actually a villain. This is him here. He's a villain of The Fly, and his name is the Murder Hornet. So they have a little bit of an adventure here with him where the Fly shows up to tackle him, and Pureheart, which is Archie, and then there's a female Fly as well too. So fighting the Murder Hornet. So and then there's some older stories in there as well too, like your typical digest as well. And then in the new issue of Archie that came out this week, which I'll have next week, is a continuation of that story. So it'll be the second appearance of the Murder Hornet. So on to DC, we have Batman and Robin Year One. I'm enjoying this. I'm also enjoying the regular Batman and Robin series, which is the Damian Wayne. This is the Year One, which is the original one, Tim Drake. This is pretty fun. I really enjoy the artwork on here, and Mark Waid's doing a good writing job on here. It is the very, very early times of Bruce Wayne and Dick living together. Pretty much, he isn't even fully adopted yet. He's still just kind of moved in, training to be Robin, and Child Family Services is still checking up on them regularly as well too, and they're trying to get their act together and pull that all off as well too. So lots of action in here as well too, and lots of that family dynamic as well. So if you're a fan of any of the older Year One stuff, you'll probably enjoy this as well. From Dark Horse Comics, we have Behemoth. This is a story like a kaiju Godzilla type of story where these monsters are rising up from the sea and they're attacking places. And then it cuts to this lady here who owns like I don't know if it's a taco truck or what, but she has some kind of food truck, and she's struggling to get by. And her life's falling apart as this is going on. And as this monster starts attacking the city she and her truck actually get eaten by this monster. And believe it or not, she survives it. So check this out. It's definitely fun. It's kind of exciting. And like I said, she ends up waking up or coming to inside this beast. So her vehicle's been swallowed. So check this one out. It's a lot of fun. Behemoth. From Image, we have Doll Parts. This is issue 2. It's a Lovesick Tale. It's a sequel to the original Lovesick Tale, but that has nothing to do with it. It's just another totally different story. And this one I'm not enjoying as much. I like the artwork in here, but I'm finding this one just a little too disturbing. It's about a young girl, almost teenager, and she's got a pretty hard life at home. Her mother's very demanding and cold, and she herself is, has a little bit of eating disorder because she's always trying to be perfect for dancing and ballet for her mother, and now she's starting to um, discover like snuff films and weird internet sites like that. So it's definitely taking a turn for the potentially worse situations to happen. So yeah, I'm not enjoying this one like I did the first series. So I think this will probably be the last issue of that. Just a little too disturbing for me. Also from Image, this is part of their Skybound one. This is the G.I. Joe. Really enjoying this reboot, part of the Energon universe where G.I. Joe and Transformers are all together. This is the early formation of the new team. We got one of them that's kind of infiltrated the Cobra headquarters, and he's just trying to survive in there and get the message out to G.I. Joe what's going on. Cobra Commander is still pretty badass in here. He is definitely not the coward that we used to see in the old cartoons and that, so that's pretty cool. And we see the struggles of this new team of a bunch of different personalities trying to work together and that. So great book so far. Joshua Williamson is really doing a bang up job of this new reboot. From DC, we have the new Green Lantern's Fractured Spectrum. It does introduce these new lanterns, the fractured spectrum ones. They almost remind me of the Black Hand ones, so they kind of influence people's uncontrolled emotions and that. So they're going around killing people, doing kind of like a death thing. So pretty good start so far. This is picking up where all the other Green Lanterns kind of left off and that, and now they're back together and creating a new Green Lantern Corps that's for positive change in the universe, because for the last little while they've been looking or looked at negative upon. So pretty good so far. Like the artwork as well. From Ahoy Comics, we have a book called Here Howl. This is a new anthology series, and it's very science fiction, fantasy forward type of thing stuff. So I enjoyed it. First one here is about a plant that kind of influences people. It kind of has like a bug or a germ or something like that, a bacteria that influences people and it spreads from person to person. That's a good one. We got another story in here about a Jewish lady growing up in the 50s where it was tough to be that type of person, and her writer lover, again, being influenced by these weird kind of germs or whatever. So that's pretty good. Great book so far. I enjoyed the artwork. That is Howl from Ahoy. And if you saw my covers of the week post a little bit earlier in this week, yesterday actually, you'll see that the cover B for this I really enjoyed as well too. Same thing with this one here. One of my picks of the week, You Won't Feel a Thing. So there's this cover from that one, and there's that cover, and then there's a version of that as well. So great book so far. This is from Distillery. This is that prestige large format size, so great to see artwork on a large format on that, especially by a cool artist like Jock Snyder doing the writing here. So I enjoyed this. Good start to a book, kind of a mystery type of thing. I won't lie here, a little bit of reading, quite a bit of expose and that in there, but it is fun, quite dirty, little bit of danger. Yeah, exactly what you'd expect from a Jacques book and a Scott Snyder book. So I enjoyed this, and I will definitely be checking out future issues, and hopefully to have some more cool Tua Lote covers there. From Boom, this I believe actually came out last week, but due to all the Diamond shipping issues, I was only able to get it this week. This is Jim Henson Presents. This is another anthology series, but this time it's all with Jim Henson properties. So you got one story here of Fraggle Rock, you got one of Farscape, and one of the Dark Crystal. I didn't know Farscape actually was a Jim Henson thing. I've never seen that before. I knew of it, but I didn't know it was made from Jim Henson and had the Muppets in it. So that was neat to see. The Fraggle Rock one's quite fun, silly, just exactly what you'd expect from Fraggle Rock. Nice, super colorful, cartoony artwork. Enjoyed that one. The Farscape one was good too. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with any of this stuff, but still was a nice little science fiction story. And the last one there, which again, another thing I'm a fan of, is the Dark Crystal. And the artwork in there was really great, quite superb. So enjoyed the Dark Crystal one. I'll definitely look forward to reading some more of those Jim Henson ones. From Oni, this is part of that Nacelle universe. This is issue 3 of the Sectors. This is all part of that universe they have of them, the Power Lords, the Baker Mars from Mars. So I was a big fan of Sectors in the 80s when it first came out, the cartoon and the comic and the action figures and that. So this is the third and last issue of the series. And again, just kind of going through the beginning stories of all of them. And yeah, lots of action, great artwork and that. So if you're a fan of like He-Man or anything like that, this is very similar, except a lot of these people have insect stuff with them as well too. They ride giant insect animals and that as well. So I've reviewed this book, issues 1 and 2 in previous review episodes, so lots of fun. Power Lords, I believe, starts up next week. I know this is probably the book that most people were looking forward to this week from Marvel. This was the Ultimate Wolverine first issue of this series, solo series of this book after this character was introduced in that Ultimate Universe book a couple weeks ago. So good start in here. The Wolverine is actually the Winter Soldier in this Ultimate Universe, and he is a total killing machine. So lots of good artwork in here, and a lot of blood and gore and violence, and very surprising to see some characters that don't make it through that you think may make it through, or surprised that get killed off so early, or maybe they'll be back, who knows, and that. But yeah, they don't pull any punches in this new Ultimate Universe. So much like the Absolute stuff in the DC. All right, and the 2 books I saved for the end are 2 books I didn't care for at all. One is the Galactus What If, transform Moon Knight into Herald. I don't care for any of these Galactus What Ifs lately, but I thought I might like this one because I do like the Moon Knight, and I was wrong. I did not care for this too much. Artwork was okay. Really enjoyed this beginning part where the god there of Moon Knight was fighting Galactus and loses. But the rest of it was not very good at all. Kind of silly in that, but if you're a die-hard Moon Knight fan, you might want to read it. Otherwise, you won't miss anything. Issue 2 of the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is a prequel series to the cartoon that's starting out. We reviewed issue 1, I think it was last week or the week before. And again, it was alright, but I wasn't think it was too anything mind-blowing. It's just another retelling, reboot, update of Spider-Man, and this continues on in it. So it was alright, but again, nothing too crazy. I actually didn't care for it too much. And I also saw a post yesterday that said they're going to dump pretty much all 10 episodes of this new cartoon right away, so that doesn't sound too promising. So if you're going to watch the cartoon and you want to see a prequel about it, then this is the comic series for you. All right, that's what I read this week. Let us know in the comments before what